Hey you, welcome back. If you're new, my name is Yubi. I use she, they pronouns, and this is You Becoming a Spiritual Journey. In 2020, I experienced what many people call a spiritual awakening, and I had no idea what to expect. In search for answers, I realized no one had documented the behind-the-scenes process of this unknown process. Without giving it a second thought, my friend helped me purchase a camera and create this channel to show people what the healing process looks like when you're determined to get to the other side. The more I recorded, the more comfortable I got speaking up, but mostly I got comfortable speaking my truth. After many tears, heartbreaks, and breakthroughs, I can confidently say this journey has been worth it. Get ready to get triggered as you watch my transformation unfold. This daily video journey is nothing fancy, nothing professional, just real, unedited, secret experiences unleashed for the world to see. All I ask is for you to keep an open mind, listen, observe, and take notes, because as I go through this process, I leave behind breadcrumbs to help you with your healing journey. Are you ready for what's next? It's October 15th, and I don't know if I'm going to post this. I think it's going to be more for me, maybe. It's just so that I can keep documenting what I'm discovering. So I didn't realize that the thing's really loud. So I know I dreamt something, but I haven't, it didn't sit or linger or come back like some of the other dreams, so I haven't first it off. Vertigo's a lot better. I've been dancing and I'm not like toppling over. I still feel a little bit of pressure, but not to the same degree as in the beginning, and I haven't fully looked down completely. What the hell is that? I haven't looked down completely and then got myself back up, so I'll try that today. But other than that, I feel a lot better. It was definitely lighter than the last one. I continue to entertain the idea of my vibration guiding me, and so I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I think I was feeling it a little bit more, and I wanted to relax a little bit with what I had scheduled during the day. Went out for a walk a little bit, and that helped. And I did notice that my walk was still a little off. But I went to Themos and tried a different drink, the mission latte. I think that one's gonna be it. It's a good mix between café de olla and the horchata latte. The horchata one's really sweet. The café de olla, if I really just want it strong with nothing, then I'll go for that. But the mission latte is like the good blend in the middle, so I really like that one. And I just walked around the block because I wanted to get out and walk. It was really pretty yesterday. But anyways, I was guided to do the next phase of what I'm supposed to do next. And you know, I still listen to MJ, and I appreciate that I still do, even though a lot of it is like it's not for me anymore. But in one particular one, she talked about the need for me to, it was the air, earth, and water. So I looked at I don't remember if it was the Leo or it was the air, to not be afraid of the next step. So I listened to it. And she's talking about, again, and I knew, and I'm like, oh, that better not be for me. Where it's talking about taking that next step in whatever project I've been working on. So I put aside the whole like teachable, Canvas courses stuff, because I've been focusing on just the material for what I do for volunteer work, right? With Expect Respect and Project Survive, and that's what my attention has been in, and focusing on just getting comfortable being in the classroom again, the content, making sure I'm understanding what the content is. And I mean, it's things. I took a domestic violence course over 14 years ago. Over 14 years ago. And I never really worked with that population, so it sufficed for my license, but I never really implemented it. So it's like I'm having to relearn all of this, right? I think people have the assumption that we're always on top of what we're doing, but the thing is, it's like if you specialize in something or only work with a certain population, then that's all you know, right? Until you branch out into another group then you learn and relearn and catch up, right? So that's what I realized. I was just like, if you would think I would know this, but I've been honest about, like, I'm not good with relationships. I'm learning how to do relationships in a better way. So I'm just getting comfortable with communicating this new language, and not just any type of language, but language for freshmen, right? Freshmen in high school. So with this message from MJ for the collective, right? You pick what makes sense for you, and that's what stood out. So I thought about it. I was like, okay, let me make a list of what I know I need to do that I haven't done, where I kind of left off. And it's all the behind the scenes stuff, making sure the business accounts are set up, that the pathway is clear, right? And then I asked about, like, the courses themselves, because I found another way to, like, do it. And then I asked, do I redo it? And the answer was no. And I was like, okay. So I know they could be better. But why? And that was one thing that MJ said. She's like, don't redo it. Just put stuff out there. Just put stuff out there, right? And I'm reminded of some of my clients that struggle with projects, and they don't want to put it out there for fear. They want this perfection of presentation. And then I'm realizing now, as I'm saying it out loud, that in the moment that I created it, that was the best that I did. These courses, although they can be better visually, in that time in my life and what I was learning, that was the best that I was able to put out. And I remember being so excited that I completed the course. So it makes sense to not go back and redo it and then redo it again, because then it's never going to go out. So I was like, okay. So I got the guidance to not redo it. So then I said, okay, so putting all the stuff in the behind the scenes, yes, okay. And then I asked him, like, and I knew what the next part was. I'm just like, I need to promote it. Advertise myself, right? I need to promote it. Okay. So I was sitting with that, and I was like, advertising. Okay, well, I have all of these platforms, these social platforms that I created, but I have yet to post a lot of content on. Like, a lot of my coworkers are embracing that a lot more, and they're doing a lot of, like, or old coworkers, old colleagues, tips and stuff. And I've been watching that and just watching. And at the same time, kind of like reflecting, well, what would I do different, right? And I remember for the TikTok one, I wanted to do, like, food for thought, just food for thought, short clips, food for thought. And I already have those recorded. I just never put them together because I got distracted. I think I was doing something else. I think I was in school. And so they're recorded. I haven't made it, added stuff or whatever. So I asked about that. I was like, is that the next part? Like, after the details of the flow, the systems, right, are in place, do I start posting? Yes. I have a week. Because I asked about the time frame. Clearly, I'm not going to be able to do it all today. So I asked in terms of the time frame, do I need to do it by the end of this week? Yes. Okay. It makes sense. I start school next week. So, and then the week after that, in November, it's going to pick up in terms of me presenting more. So I'm not going to have as much time to take all this stuff, So I'm entertaining the vibration. The other thing that I wanted to highlight was that my nose, so my yeses, I feel the vibration. The nose, there's almost this, like, pressure in my breathing, and I feel it. And then I psych myself out, because at first I thought, well, am I stopping the breathing too much because I don't know what the answer is going to be? But I've noticed that it's a pattern for me particularly. So my yes is this nice, flowy, vibrating me. And the no, I feel it right here. It's more of this, like, slight pushback. And it almost feels like I can't breathe. And then I have to force myself to breathe. And then I try to reset myself just to make sure that it was a no. I just wanted to highlight that, the contrast. My contrast, because for every person, I'm realizing their sensitivity to their body changes is their body language cues, right? It's gonna be different. It's gonna look different. It's going to feel different. And so it goes back to just each person being in tune with their body, right? So I just wanted to highlight that. What else? I think that was it. It's just the shift in attention. So I'm not going to focus on poetry. I'm not going to focus on my writing. It's now just the behind the scenes and my notes. And I want to say probably the next course, but I'm not sure. And then just practice the presentations because I'm upgrading. This week was 2, 3. Next week will be 5. No. 3, 4, maybe 5. More. That's all I know. More. The other thing is that I'm preparing the next group of videos, the next 2 weeks at least. I'm not gonna say anything about that. I think I'm done there. Yeah. But it's interesting because the part that is coming up is the vertigo part. So again, just the awareness that and I wonder, I'm going to keep tracking if the next vertigo episode, right, if I keep shifting in higher vibration, will the episodes get shorter, less intense? And in between the dream, because then there was also dreams confirming, right? The first dream, I was looking at it again, and it was Abraham Hicks telling me that I was shifting in a higher vibration. This one, it was the inner knowing within me that I had completed this phase of whatever part of my mission I needed to complete, and that I was getting ready for what was coming next. So there's dreams that are in accordance with the timing of the vertigo and the shifting of the vibration. That's my evidence for me. I like it, so I'm gonna keep entertaining it.
Hey you, thanks for watching. Check out the description box under each episode below for additional thoughts and helpful links like my website, www.yubicominghealed.com, where I've gathered what I've learned and created self-paced online courses for you to access to help you get started on your healing journey. Oh, by the way, did I mention that I have over 20 years of experience in education and mental health? Rest assured, these videos are from my past and I'm living on a different timeline. I also offer sessions to answer your questions regarding the courses I've created or to help you figure out your next steps. You can also find me on Instagram and creating side projects like podcast shorts and more on my other YouTube channel that is still a work in progress, but aren't we all? It's titled Yubi Coming Healed. Remember to click like, subscribe, and share the content if you found this piece of my journey helpful or just to show emotional support for someone who has chosen to live a transparent life that is never ending and always becoming. Until next time.